Hello friends, Those Back Pages here. I hope you're well. Tonight's episode, I had a good title in mind and now I forgot it. Something along the lines of I'm trying to get better at collecting. Trying to have more of a quality over quantity. It's something I've always struggled with. I like to have the abundance mindset, but it's not always so good when it comes to cards. So, a little story time. A couple things going on here. Let's start with this. So, my birthday was a few months ago. And especially during the season, I don't see my dad very often. But we still keep in contact, and he was on the road on the vacay, I believe, and I think he was in Virginia. Not 100% sure, I don't remember, but got a text and something along the lines of, "What do you think of these? Are these any good?" And he sent me some pictures of some slabs, and he was in a card shop. I think, like I said, it was in Virginia, but he was in a card shop. And I said, "Yeah, those are pretty good. Those are Hall of Famers." He says, "You want them?" I said, "Yeah, I'll definitely be glad to add those to the collection." So he picked them up. And since I hadn't seen him till recently, he did he gave them to me, and they're here in this bubble mailer. So we're going to take a look. Excuse me. Let's go newest to oldest. First up is this. Oh, we got prices on there. I guess we should take those off, huh? Probably should have prepared for this one, huh? But, let's take this out of the bag because it looks much better out of the baggie. Alright, so yes, 1980 Topps Pete Rose, who's well-centered, PSA 8. We all know he should be in the Hall of Fame. So happy to add that to the collection. Never too many Pete Roses, right? Then a 1959 Topps Orlando Cepeda. This is a SGC 80, which back in the old days was a 6X near mint. But look at this card. It's whew. It's the old school. It's the old. Has the hologram for you tuxedo fans. This is an old tuxedo. But the green and the green on the flip works. The centering on this card is fantastic. And the green is very green. So very happy I don't own this one. So very happy to have the 1950s Hall of Famer in my collection. I believe I only have his rookie, which is the year prior at 58 Topps. So this is the second year. Nice. Speaking of Hall of Famers, the third card that he gifted me is this 1958 Topps George Kell. Look at that nice color blue on there. It's a PSA 7. Great looking copy of this. Don't have this. I have his rookie. I have his, his Leaf rookie. 48, 49, however you want to describe it. But so happy to have a Playing Days Kell slabbed up in the collection. And of course, the stories that go with it are always very important. And then he had one more thing for me. Out of the blue, did not expect this. Very happy to have this in the collection. And it is a 1 of 1. Because he did tell me it was his only copy. He does not have a copy. So it is from 1975, December. It's a photograph taken in upstate New York of myself and my dad. And I think you'll be able to figure out who is who. But a friend of his took that, printed it out, put it on this cardboard, nothing on the back. But I thought that was really nice of him to let me have this. And yeah, very happy to have that in the collection. Speaking of the collection, there you can see, before you know it, we'll be in Atlantic City. I can't believe it. Can't wait. It's just, oof, I just cannot wait. I mean, it's... I've had a few friends ask me, hey, what's on your list? And, which is, you know, a couple of them I wasn't surprised to hear that. A couple of them I was surprised to hear that because it's well known I have the focus of a gnat. I mean, it just goes all over the place. So, you know, the show is, you know, this is the middle of June. I'm filming this, so we're now the good 6 weeks away. 5, actually, probably closer to 5. 5 weeks away. And by the time we get to that show, it might be changed. I mean, it's, you know, I have a few cards in mind that I would like to add to the collection if I'm so given the opportunity to. Would be very nice. And if I don't, I mean, I'll definitely buy something. I'm not Andy, you know. Andy's the king of being able to go to a show and totally fight temptation, which is fantastic if you can do that. I can't. I cannot. Speaking of the show, probably put this out tomorrow. So Sunday, Father's Day. Happy early Father's Day to you fathers out there. Earlier this week, myself, Scott, that's Big Scott 35, I think, big with a B1G, Big Scott 35. I'll put the link down to his channel in the description. And Natsman 72, Dirty South. We did like a nice round table discussion talking about the hobby and talking about the show. So go ahead and give him a follow, both of those fellas, and give that episode a listen if you, I think it was about an hour and a half, so if you enjoy, some of you do, my long-winded videos, you might enjoy that. So, on to the show, the rest of the show, and let's start with I have this, I'm going to open this, but I'm going to do that last because I'll explain it at the time. But some mail, like I said, trying to do better on the, not necessarily higher end, but more of a focused. So the first thing I'm going to show off is this 2001 Topps Heritage Chrome Partial, for some reason, I don't know, Ken Griffey Jr. Now these are numbered on the back, 2552, and for some reason, because remember this came out in 2001, so chromium brands were well established by then, and you know, Topps Chrome in 96, Finest in 93, Bowman's Best in 94, Bowman Chrome in 97. But for some reason they did not make refractors of this in this set or the year after. So in the 2001 which is the 52 tops, and then the 2002, which is the 53 tops. The chromes don't have refractor parallels, but they're numbered like I showed the Brady last time, which from 2006. It's a refractor that's numbered to 552. These are not these are numbered to 552, but they are not refractors. So that's a bummer. But I guess it makes this a lot more affordable, but again, it's a bummer. So, being the first Topps Heritage Chrome, I went ahead and added this to the collection. I see good collecting value right now in Griffey and Jeter. You'll see a lot of those here. And the gold theme for the most part. But I added this 1995 Select Certified Gold Team PSA 8 Griffey. Dufex technology. Just fantastic. Dufex on both sides. Look at that. Just says Gold Team in the background. And this is just a fantastic looking card. I think it looks better in person. I'm looking in person on the camera, in person on the camera. And these are, they are, I've had these raw before, not Griffey. I think I do have a Griffey, but they're bendable a little bit. It's difficult to describe. But, you can never go wrong with a gold Griffey. Speaking of gold Griffey, I like I said, attention span like a gnat as far as focus goes. So I'll bounce all around and pick stuff up, and like I had shown that shorts a couple weeks back, my 2018 National 3-minute highlights, and there were a lot of Jeters, and I hadn't really bought any Jeters since then until recently. So like I always say, guys, it goes in cycles, and that's the beauty of collecting. You're never, if they stop making cards tomorrow and never put out cards again, it's not like we're going to get all the cards for our fill. And I'm just talking about baseball. You start going to the other sports, there you go. But anyway, there was a card that I've tried to get back then, and I have shown Griffey's here on the channel before, but this one I was I've never owned before, including, and this came out in 1994. And it's a insert that's numbered to 10,000, so you would think, oh, there's plenty of them, and it's not a rare. It's not. It was a price point of contention. Like, I just didn't want to overpay for it because it's a nice looking card. But so one night I was searching, and hey, let me look Griffey Gold, and I was looking at Griffey Gold, and it came up. It was ending at auction. It's like, all right, let me throw in I think it was a $23 snipe, something low, and I won. All right. Paid, the seller shipped it, and it arrived in the mail in one of those, we're sorry, baggies from the USPS, and the envelope was all mangled. I should have kept it, but I did not. It's like, oh no, that's not good. So I opened the baggie, and I see the bubble mailer is all mangled and black and yellow. It's like, all right, well, let's see, let's open it up. And the seller did not use any protection. He put the slab in the mailer and mailed it. So no cardboard on either side with a rubber band or nothing. So I opened it up, and this is the card, by the way. 94 Leaf Stars, Gold Griffey. Really shiny. Individually numbered on the back to 10,000. But you gotta remember, this card is now 28 years old, so yeah, 10,000 is not an accurate number anymore. But it's You know, I didn't even take it out of the plastic. Screw it, I'll just leave it in there. But you know, that's all shattered, and you can probably hear that. That's, you know, that's almost punctured my finger. Nice. But and it looks to be melted or just crushed in or something. It just, so I took pictures and I sent email. I contacted the seller on eBay and contacted the seller and sent them the pictures, and he said, was the car damaged? And I looked at it again. I said, yeah, because you can see here it's punctured on the border. Like there's a big crack right here. There's actually a crack down here. And if you, let me see if I can get the proper, yeah, you can see right by first base on the diamond there's a puncture from the slab into the card. So yeah, and I described all that to him, and it's cracked up here too. And he issued me a refund. Keep the car and gave me a refund. So I guess technically I own this now, but it would probably be a 5 or 4 or 3, who knows. But I guess technically I own this card now. But you know, you can never have enough gold. So if I, and again, it's an 8, so if I run across another one, fantastic. If I don't, I still have that one. This one's yeah, let's go with this one next. This one definitely falls under the quality over quantity. I'll just show it off. It's hard to get the right light, but in the right light it looks fantastic. This is a 2010 Topps Chrome red refractor Derek Jeter. And see, you can't really see it. I'm not getting a good camera angle, but if you're not familiar with the card, that's Shane Victorino sliding in the second, and outline, no etching, unfortunately, on Jeter. So he's kind of like floating midair. This is, and he's got he's got the World Series patch on his jersey. So this is from the 2009 World Series, Jeter's last World Series win. So I went ahead and added that to the collection. It's numbered on the back to 25. It's weird. It's one of those weird, like, you would think, oh, red refractor numbered to 5. No, it's numbered to 25. But again, this is a, you know, 12 going on 13-year-old card, and these disappear into collections, and it's a long time before they become available again. I mean, it's numbered to 25, so it's by definition twice as difficult as a gold refractor. But this was an auction, so it was extremely affordable. I wouldn't classify it as cheap, but extremely affordable, especially when you try to buy Topps Chrome gold Jeters. They're not cheap in any of the brands. Topps Chrome, Bowman Chrome, Bowman's Best, Finest. You know, those are the key 4 brands that I would focus on as far as gold refractors go. You know, I try to stay away from I wouldn't turn them down, but I try to stay away from like the Ben Ballers and the gold waves and gold shimmers, and try to stay with the original. But again, like anything else, it's all about the price. I can't remember if I showed this one, but I'm going to show it again, because I don't think I did. But you're here anyway, so I appreciate you being here, spending your time with me. And this is from 2019 Finest. This is a Ronald Acuna Jr. Gold refractor, number 23 of 50, right there in the corner. And this is just a fan. This image is great. It's just, it pops. It's weird because, like, you know, technology got so much better. Like, it's hard to make out, but the image, the Acuna is not shiny. So this probably would look even better, this Jeter, if Jeter was not shiny, but you're talking a decade later. So, yeah. The second year, Ronald Acuna Gold refractor. And honestly, this was 3 blasters, which was a joke. You know, I tried to buy one for a while. And, you know, I think there are 1 or 2 listed on eBay right now, but with high buy it nows, with best offer, and I would send a reasonable offer and get shot down, and it was, I think my offers were about twice of what I wound up winning that for, so that worked out in my favor. Speaking of Acuna, I picked this up because it was cheap. 2019 Topps Update Gold, and the best plastic in the game, CSG, old school green flip. I actually just picked up my first black flip. It's in the mail. Probably next time I'll show that off. But these are numbered on the back to year of release. Topps Chrome Gold. I know I say it a lot, but you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with base, but there's just something about gold, period, and then, you know, 2000-ish. And, you know, like I've mentioned before, they started making Topps Gold in 92, and then, you know, in 93 with Jeter, but then in 2001 they started numbering them for the 50th anniversary of Topps. They started numbering them by year. So 2001 Topps Golds are numbered to 2001 and 2002, etc. So you know what you're getting. Now the thing to keep in mind is with each passing year, the odds get way tougher on Topps Gold. Like I picked up, here's his home run derby card. He's blowing a bubble. Baseball in the picture, bat. I mean, what's not to like about this image? I actually wound up, you know, this is the base card that's not numbered. These are numbered on the back. These are not. But I won both of these for $15. It was a 2-card. It was a 2-card lot at auction. So it's almost like buy this one, get this one free. I mean, it was just, you know, and like I said, that the odds keep getting more difficult to actually pull a gold parallel, Topps Gold parallel to begin with. So I think it's easy to forget that in the long run. Like I want to say 5 or 6 years ago, you would get 4 to 6 golds in a box, in a hobby box, 4 to 6 golds out of the 300 or 350, whatever that series happened to be. But now you might get 1 per box. I think the box, the hobby box, the pack count went down and the odds went up. So you know, there's 24 packs now in a hobby box, and I think golds are like 1 in 28 or something like that. I don't even pay attention because I'll just buy the singles. This was another one. I don't normally go for these, but I mean, technically this is a checklist. It's a checklist card, but I mean, it's you know, Ohtani gets hot. It's written in Japanese, and you know, of course, Trout in that volcano shootouts when they hit home runs, and it's Topps Gold. I'm happy to have that in the collection. Let's see. Let's do it that way. Okay, Topps Gold. Like I said, big fan of Topps Gold. You know, I showed the Showed the Brady off. I picked up a 2003 Topps Gold Brady. First Topps Gold numbered for football was 2003. Numbered to 499 that year. It's weird. The other sports, Topps is all over the place. They would intermix, like for example, I picked up this LeBron. Topps Gold 2007. LeBron started in 03. Topps Golds in 03 were numbered to 99. Makes no sense to me. Topps Blacks in 2003, I think they were numbered to 499. So it's like the complete opposite of baseball. They have no continuity, and it can be very frustrating. Like for Topps basketball, only 07, 08, and 09. These are numbered on the back here. Right here. 2007. These are numbered to 2007, and then 2008, 2000, the year of release, like baseball. But you have 03, 04, 05, 06. They're numbered from anywhere from 99, and then I think they went to 499 in 06. I'm not even 100% sure. But point being is this is a great looking card. It's numbered, serial numbered on the back. And actually I have two of them now. And they're both PSA, they're only 7s. So, for the life of me, I can't. I don't overanalyze my cards when they come in. I can't really see anything, maybe a little wavy, I don't know. But again, these were both like 3 blasters. Which is it's a freaking joke. I bought both of these this year. The one of these I bought, this month, and the other one was like probably 2-3 months ago. I don't even remember. But there's only 2007 of these, and that sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. And that's if every card was, every pack was opened, and every, that's another thing to keep in mind with these. Is that just because stated print run's 2007, it doesn't mean that all of them hit circulation. But that goes for any serial number card. And, if you want to give me a third one for 3 blasters, let me know. I'll take a third one. You can never have too much gold. It's just, there's a lot of, without getting into it too much, there's a lot of recency bias in the hobby, let's put it that way. I'd be glad to talk to anyone about that in person. It's a lot easier to have a two-way conversation, multiple way conversation than just a one-way here. Anyway, another recent pickup, and the last 2 cards, including this one here. This is a 2020 Topps Heritage refractor, Heritage Chrome refractor, and it's just 71 Topps, but with the silver. Oh, it's just she blinded me with refractors. It's numbered to 571 on the back, so it's not easy, but it's not difficult. And it's just super shiny, man. I mean, this was less than 2 blasters at auction. I won this. Just fantastic. I have a raw copy of the Acuna I should have brought out, but it's just, I'm so happy to have this in the collection. Just because it's 71, that was the year I was born, and of course I would love an action photo, but the shine on this is silly. So that brings us to this. I had no intention of winning this. I put in a very low snipe. I have one of these already. But I put in, alright, I guess very low is subjective, but I put in a snipe that if I win, I'm glad to have another one. If I don't win, whoopsie, I already have one. And it took the it took the seller like 5 days to ship it. It's one of those Faust cases where, oh, you know, you get the tracking number and nothing, and then 4 or 5 days later, oh, you start checking, well, where is it? And then you get movement and stuff like that. So that, you know, that was a warning. That was a red flag. Like, because I wasn't, like, I'm not going to say it wasn't cheap. I'm not going to say how much it was. I mean, if you do the legwork, you can figure it out. But it was cheap enough that I was worried. And then I saw on social media the other day that somebody had gotten a mailer from a seller, and he opened it on camera. And sure enough, I think he won a Morant silver or something John Morant, and he was sent a SGC Vince Carter or something. Not a rookie, like a base, like the, I don't remember what it was. That's not the point. The point is that, you know, he didn't get what he paid for, and he had it on video, and he's going to have to fight them, and they were giving him a hard time, and yada, yada, yada. And for the most part, I like to open my mail. I'll set it aside for a few days and open it all at once. And, you know, I'm not going to say I've never had problems, but nothing comes to mind, you know, and I've been buying on eBay for a long time. So it got me thinking, like, all right, because when I had seen this person who got ripped off, scammed, this was still on the way. It still hadn't arrived, but I think it was going to arrive the next day. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. And I was like, well, you know what? I should film this. And you know what? I can even share this story with you guys, because I'm sure some of you, you know, this was not an expensive slab, but it wasn't cheap. So let's go ahead and open this just to make sure it's okay. At least, you know, it was shipped. You know, there's nothing else in the mailer. But, you know, at least the seller did put some cardboard around it. That's the very least you should do. This should have been shipped in a box. Let's just put it that way. Blue tape. No tabs. Makes it more of a pain in the ass for the buyer to open. Shout out to those who make tabs when you're shipping this stuff. So sorry about that. It's important, so I just want to do this properly. All right, let's see. All right. Whew. All right, there it is. PSA 9 2019 Topps Chrome blue refractor, rookie cup, number to 150. It does appear to be in a baggie for some reason. In the slab itself, I think some of these were cut big. I know the rookie cards were, well, again, like I said, it was about half of what I paid for my other one. And I am a big believer in Juan Soto. I know the Doomsday Sky Fallingers are saying that, you know, he sucks now and everything is doomed and crashing. That's a whole nother topic that we won't get into tonight. But very happy, because remember, he did, you know, this is his second Topps Chrome card, but for his rookie year parallels, he didn't have a blue. So this is his first Topps Chrome blue, which I'm a big fan of. Can't get enough blue and gold. Those are the colors and base refractor. Those are the parallels I like to stick to, because, you know, like I've said many times, it's very easy to get, very easy to get lost in all the different colors and variations and shimmers and waves. But this is a Topps Chrome blue refractor Soto PSA 9. Fine by me, fine 9. 8s are great. Sevens are heaven. Pick up sixes. Stretching it there for ultra modern, but for modern cards. But yeah, very happy to have this in the collection. Very happy it worked out. Everything is fine. Again, I hope you're well. I want to thank you for your time. You know, time is one thing we cannot buy. It's something to remember. Until next time.